Well, first and foremost, I view the opportunity really as an honor and a privilege. For me, U.S. Soccer has been one of those brands, one of those institutions that's been very admired from my perspective. I go through a process every few years of kind of writing down things I'd like to do or places I'd like to work. And U.S. Soccer honestly has been on my list for over 10 years. I never knew it'd be this opportunity or at this time. But for me, I'm just really excited about it. I think there's tons of opportunity. I'm really enthused and excited about soccer in this country, and there's nowhere but up to go. I've been in this business for coming on 30 years. My experience has been both domestic and international. I've been running businesses or divisions within a business at the league, the team, the agency level. And I think I've learned a lot along the way. I mean, some of those things are just diversity of thought, quite frankly, and sort of the culture exposure I've had, the language exposure I've had. I think all these things have led to me kind of being able to be kind of a key problem solver. And I think that's a skill that I can bring to U.S. Soccer going forward. I also believe that, I have the business acumen to handle the tasks that are in front of us. Certainly from a commercial perspective, from a management perspective, I'm very comfortable, taking those challenges head on and moving forward. And also, my prior role in the agency business or the agent business, I've been exposed to labor and contract negotiations and CBAs at the NFL level. And I think some of that exposure and understanding athletes and knowing how to meet them where they're at and the things that are important to them are also skills that will come into play in this role. Well, first and foremost, our women's national team is the best women's team in the world and has been for some time. We have nothing but the utmost respect for them. I have nothing but the utmost respect for them. The language that came out in the filing the other week is certainly not what I have experienced in my experience in interviewing with U.S. Soccer. That's not how anyone feels at the Federation, and it's something that we certainly don't condone in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, we have work to do in order to find a solution moving forward. Our president, Cindy Parlow-Cohen, and I are going to be laser focused on that. I think it's of the utmost importance. We have to rebuild that relationship and find a way forward. Well, first of all, the sport has come a long way in the last 20, 25 years. And with the 2026 World Cup in our geography, it's a huge opportunity to catapult the sport even further. This is a country with lots of sports to play, a huge sporting population, lots of talent. And I really like our chances and our odds on both the women's and the men's side of developing the game further and using that World Cup and what comes beyond that as a real catapult and a real catalyst to get us there. I think it's critically important to have a professional league in our geography where our women can play and excel on a daily, on a regular basis with a schedule of games. I think it's critical to their development and critical to the development of the national team. I also think it's aspirational for the young women in our country. I have a daughter who plays at a high level. I'd love to see her, if she wanted to, have that opportunity and to have that aspiration. So I think it's a very, very important part of our landscape. First of all, I really appreciate their passion for the game. Our fans, to me, are some of the most passionate and best in the land, maybe even in the world. And they've been with us through thick and thin. I know it's been challenging times for U.S. Soccer in a lot of ways, but I just want to let the fans know that I'm going to work as hard as I can to earn their trust and to continue to push this game forward. Our membership and their importance is huge to our success. There are many different levels of soccer in this country, obviously from youth through to pro, with adult, with disabled soccer, the whole complex piece of it. And everyone's support at every level is critical to us growing the game and being able to do the things that we want to do. It's going to be very, very important to have, almost a listening tour, if you will, of all of our members and folks who are involved in the soccer ecosystem in this country. That's not going to happen overnight, clearly. There's a lot of folks involved, but I think I really want to hear from people directly what the challenges are in their minds, what the successes are in their minds, and throughout the various constituents in our membership, try to find those areas of commonality to help us move forward.